Hi there, in this video we're going to learn how to write equations. Our objectives for today are to write two-step equations, solve verbal problems by writing and solving two-step equations. Alright, so to begin with, here's an example of a scenario where you can write an equation. A power adapter costs $5 more than a docking station. The total cost of the accessories is $63. You can summarize this information by writing an equation. So first, we know that the power adapter is $5 more than the docking station. So why don't we call this a variable because it's technically unknown, right? So you have the power adapter that's $5 more than the docking station plus whatever the cost of the docking station is. That's what you need to know. So in words, you know that the docking station plus the power adapter costs $63. I already said that let's make our unknown the docking station, right? So D is going to equal the cost of the docking station. And then the power adapter is $5 more than D, so D plus 5. So our equation to come up with the total of these two to equal $63 is D plus 5. So D comes from the docking station, and this part right here comes from the cost of the power adapter to get your total of $63. Here it says translate each sentence into an equation. So Zach has 6 shirts. This is 4 less than twice the number of shirts N that Xavier has. So if you have no idea where to start, I would suggest you look for the total. You can look for a word that says equals, has, is. That's where I would suggest you start. So I know that Zach has 6 shirts. So that I'm going to make 6 equal. 6 is equal to, and then here I have 4 less than twice the number of shirts that Xavier has. So Xavier technically has, right, 2n minus 4. Because technically he has 4 less than, so that's where this minus 4 comes from, twice the number of shirts, 2n, that Xavier has. All right, so Zach's total is equal to 4 less than 2 times the number of shirts that Xavier has. Okay, so here we have the next one. 8 more than the quotient of a number y and negative 3 is negative 24. So 8 more than the quotient. So it should be 8 plus something that you're dividing. So of a number y and negative 3. So 8 plus y divided by negative 3 is equal to negative 24. Again, here's that is, so that represents a total. And here's the last one. Jeremy has 13 baseball cards, which is 7 more than 1/5 the number Michael has, and Michael has. Okay, so has 13 baseball cards. So it would be 13 is equal to 7, right? This more than is plus 1/5 m, right? 13 equals 7 plus 1/5 m. You're just kind of, you're directly translating it from the little scenario here. Okay, here's our next example. Juan's father was 29 years old when Juan was born. This year, the sum of their ages is 53. Find their ages. So first I'm going to identify my variable. So I'm going to let x equal Juan's age. And technically Juan's father is x plus 29, right? Because that's what it gave me in the problem. So I need to figure out that I need to figure out what x is by knowing that their total is 53. So if I add this plus this, I should get 63. So that's what I'm going to do for my equation. X plus 29 is equal to 53. Now, in case you forgot how to solve equations, I have the steps written out for you here. So write your equation, combine like terms if necessary. So I have x plus x here. It would be 2x plus 29 equals 53. Undo the addition or subtraction first. So I'm going to subtract 29 on both sides. And I'm left with 2x is equal to 24. So now I'm going to undo the multiplication from 2x. So instead of 2 times x, it'll be Now, dividing both sides by 2. 2's cancel out, and I'm left with x is equal to 12. So now I have to just check my work. Plug back in 12 for x. 12 plus 12 is 24, plus 29 does get me 53. Now, just solving this equation isn't all. We need to actually figure out what the problem is asking us. So the problem is asking us to find their ages. If we know that 1 is 12 years old, then 12 plus 29 is 1's father's age. So 12 plus 29 is 41. So 1's father is 41 years old. Okay, here's the next example. Logan collected pledges for the charity walkathon. He will receive total contributions of $65.50 plus $21.75 for every mile that he walks. How many miles will he need to walk to raise $370? So here is it in the words, $65.50 plus $21.75 per mile. So every mile he walks, he goes 21.75 equals 370. So M, we're going to say, is a total number of miles that Logan walks. So 21.75 M is how much money that he's going to make when he walks M miles, right? So our equation is 65.50 plus 21.75 M is equal to 370. So I wrote it out here, and now we're going to solve this equation. It says combine like terms if needed. I don't have like terms I need to combine. Undo the addition or subtraction first. Well, we're adding 650 here, so we're going to subtract 650 on both sides. So this cancels out. Now we're left with 2175. M is equal to 304.5. Now, M is being multiplied by 2175, so now I'm going to divide both sides by 2175. And then I'm left with M to equal 14. And if I'm not sure, I could go back and check my work. 6550 plus 2175 times 14 does get me 370. Now, that's not enough, though. The question's not asking what M is equal to. Well, actually, it kind of is, but your answer wouldn't be M equals 14. Your answer would be how many miles will he need to walk to raise 370? 14 miles. So Logan will need to walk 14 miles to raise $370. This is what you need to answer the question. This is not enough. Okay, some concluding thoughts. Look for the word is, total, equals, or is equal to when you translate sentences into equations. Label your variable, then write your equation. That helps. Identify your unknown first. Remember your steps to solving an equation. CLT, which means combine like terms. Undo the addition or subtraction first, then undo the multiplication or division. Simplify and check. All right, I hope you learned how to write equations. Thank you for watching.